Hey guys, welcome back. We are here today again with Benard. We're going to ask him some questions. So, Benard, with the partnership we have, what is your background? Like, why? I mean, what made you start KDRTV?
Oh, that is a little bit difficult question, but I can answer it. Yeah? We started KDRTV like 5 years ago. And the main focus of starting KDRTV was to disseminate information, especially for the Kenyans living in diaspora, to connect with our people back in East Africa. And then we were looking for a medium to do that profoundly. And that's how we basically started KDRTV. So it's a media connecting the people of East Africa to the diaspora. And when I talk of diaspora, it's not only America. We are talking of we are talking of South America. We are talking of even Alaska, Canada, and the other places. We are talking about Brazil. We are talking about the whole of Europe. We have got a reach of people viewing our news or reading our articles as far as Middle East. People, I get calls from Japan. I get calls from Australia. So that's why we actually started KDRTV, to connect the diaspora to the Kenyan populace, or not only the Kenyan but the east and central part of Africa.
So the focus is not just in one area; it's definitely global.
Yes.
Wow. Well, that makes sense. Your intro is the whole world.
Sure.
That makes sense now.
Sure.
You know, a lot of people, when they're watching this, I've used the word diaspora with people and they don't even know what that means. Could you tell people what diaspora means?
Oh yeah, the simplest meaning of diaspora is people living away from home.
Sure. Okay.
That's the simplest meaning of diaspora.
Well, I learned something new today.
Yes.
Yeah. So you've been motivated over the past 5 years. You do lots of different things, right? You report the news, you interview people, political leaders and other leaders in other forums all around the world. When you do that, you create kind of this news following, don't you? So what then prompted you to take KDRTV from that very large presence in a YouTube type format or online format to a television format? What made you say, hey, this is my dream now?
Oh yeah, that is a great question. Why we decided to get a KDRTV from the online perspective, that is in YouTube, Facebook, and the online magazine which we run. We want to bring it in a television format so that even the poor people can manage to reach or read our article, not only reading but can watch some of our shows. And then the other aspect is about education. Our TV is basically to partner with educational facilities or people who really want to understand how the world out here is. And then they can learn more stuff firsthand rather than hearing from other people. So our shows will be tailor-made to reach even the downtrodden people down there on the grassroots, even on the best farming methodologies. If it's about doctors, we want even to link doctors to other doctors outside Kenya, outside East Africa, and they can actually learn together, and then we can even organize for other better shows for the people back in Kenya. We can bring the American, not tourists, I'm talking of American artists to East Africa. We can bring East African artists to America, and that is a good venture, and I believe that is what really motivated me to start KDRTV with my people.
Sure. So it's become an outreach thing.
Yes.
We can get to the masses instead of just a select few groups of people. So kind of that socioeconomic driver there. Don, did you have any things?
Well, you kind of answered it in the last question with YP, but my question was basically going to be formulated. What drove you to create this sort of Exploring America show, and why did you choose this sort of outlet?
America is the world standard. Let me say like that unequivocally that most people look at America as the true measure, or as the gauge to how they live, how they study, how they do stuff. So when I decided to look for a group which can really record or give the Kenyan, not really the Kenyan, but the East African people the real perspective of America, I thought that this is the group actually which can do that. And we've been with them for some time, but now we've really signed the contract for them to run the shows. So looking at the way the American system work, even in the UN, when you talk of the United Nations, before America speaks, then they say, I mean, the session in the UN, or the UN session is not complete. So America is the gauge of very many countries. You talk of China, you talk of Japan, you talk even of Russia. So most people want really to understand how these Americans live. How these Americans, even the food the Americans are eating, is it totally different from the other food?
Yeah.
How are the American roads? Yeah, we've got roads in Japan, in Germany, and all these places. But they really want to understand how Americans actually live.
Gotcha.
That's exactly why I thought it was a wise idea to take America to East Africa. Rather than East Africa coming to America, let's take America to East Africa.
Very cool.
And then the people can see by themselves exactly how life is in America.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That is very exciting.
Well, what a group that you
Yeah.
chose.
Hopefully we can do that for you.
That's exactly what
I'm very confident in you know, coming together. You know, we're realizing, and I want to take a few minutes, and thank you, Dur, for starting us off. I wanted to take a few minutes to get to know, and for you to get to know who Benard is and really what is driving this dream here. And so our goal, DDYP, specifically Exploring America Now, the television show, is to help Benard realize a vision going forward. And you've heard what that vision is. And DDYP is going to make some announcements over the coming month as to how you actually can help us and Benard realize that same kind of goal. So it's really just sort of one domino after another. Absolutely. Very exciting. I thank you guys all for tuning in to the episode today. Keep staying in touch with us because there's so many more things coming down the pipe. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.